Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view, as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. I'm actually not sure what reading am I doing. Like, am I doing a iNZUNZA reading? Am I doing an entity reading? Am I doing a general, like, collective reading? Maybe I'm doing all three, because I kind of have messages for like all three type of thing. So let's start with, I don't know why, but like I'm getting these downloads with iNZUNZA, right? Like, guys, there seems to be this idea that iNZUNZA can get angry at you or can be upset with you, and this is what happens when that happens, and blah 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 blah. Guys, no, if that happens, like, see iNZUNZA, I don't want to lie to you, then it's just some entity that is questionable and pretending that it's something it's not. If it has communicated to you, iNZUNZA ikwati. Like, it's not a 9-year-old, it's not a 50-year-old, it's not a 300-year-old. Like, aikwati lento lena. There's no need, there's nothing that you could possibly do to make a primordial being angry. Like, literally, I'm being serious, because you're probably thinking, no, Zanne, it's possible because of it. No, guys, you don't understand. You don't understand. Maybe you don't understand what it is that brings about anger. Like, what brings about anger is an inability to control a situation, the need to control a situation, the inability to do so, and therefore being hurt because the situation could not be controlled. And that cannot happen to iNZUNZA. iNZUNZA does not depend on you to do anything to make it happy. It does not depend on you to do anything to make it what it is. It is what it is, regardless of how you act. Whether you ignore it till kingdom come, whether you decide to embrace it, yes, that's good. You know, I don't know, in Game of Thrones, the Ansalim, Worm was explaining how the Ansali are trained and how they pinpoint like your greatest fear, and like they kind of shove you into it. And his greatest fear was water. And so how it works is that they put you in the water. If you swim and you survive, it is good. If you drown and you die, it is good. That's iNZUNZA. That's primordial energy. That's how it works. No matter how you turn out, it's all good. You being able to bring about your connection and like manifest it into this world is a great thing for you. It's how it would mean that you have connected to the most like authentic part of your blueprint. It would mean that you are finally the person that you've always thought you are. It would be a good thing for you. And to be honest, the way nature looks at it, even for you, if you do not get to do that this lifetime, next lifetime, the lifetime after that, nature is still good. Nature is not angry at you. The only judgment that comes through in such situations is the social conditioning, is the human judgment. It's how the human mind processes reality, where it says things like, this is bad, this is good, I'm running out of time, I'm late, I can't do this, therefore A, B, and C. Like, nature doesn't work like that. Yes, there is cause and effect, but it's the way nature brings about or perceives cause and effect is not the same way in which human beings do. iNZUNZA yako will not ever be angry at you. If you perceive iNZUNZA yako to be angry at you, you are perceiving a part of yourself that may be disappointed in the pace of your path, or in how your path is, how your inner world is manifesting like externally within the physical reality. It's all you, boo. You're projecting. You are projecting. And it's the same thing with the entities that I talk about on this channel. Like, the entities I tell you about are not going to be disappointed in you. They do not test you. They do not audition you. By the time these entities come to proposition you, they already know you. They already know what you can handle, what you cannot. Their job is to teach you your limits or lack thereof. But ultimately, it's to show you how to better enjoy your life. It's to show you how to unfold better into who you really are. It's to show you how to shed these layers of who you are not. And the process of doing that may sometimes feel like tests, and some of those moments we name initiations because we feel like we're being tested, but it's not being tested in order to receive love. It's never that. You are loved. That is the foundation. You are loved. It's not a matter of if I don't do this, the entity will leave me. No, then it wouldn't have come towards you to begin with. The reason why it has come towards you is because it knows exactly what it is that you are capable of, things that you do not even know that you are capable of, and it is its purpose to reveal those things to you, that you are so much more than what you believe yourself to be right now. It's more than encouragement. It's about actual self. It's about realization. It's about self actualization. It's about not just having this version of yourself that you dream up and you fake. It's about actualizing that dreamt version of yourself. That's what entities are here to help you do. I don't know if I mentioned enough why an entity is coming to collaborate with you to do what. Even if it's come to help you do that through teaching you how to do your 9 to 5 in a way that others don't, or how to run your business in a way that others don't, or how to be a parent in like a more elevated way. Whatever it is, ultimately it's about bringing about more of you. If it's about the art that you make, if it's about the healing that you offer to others, it's all about tapping into a deeper level of yourself so that you can therefore tap into a deeper level of your gift. And entities are all about making you, the best in your field. Back in the day, they used to call it, oh, I didn't know we were going to go there. It's funny, the word demon right now, and the way it's pronounced and the way like it's explained and whatever, obviously thanks to the church, thank you church. But before, in philosophy, you used to have something called they used to pronounce it daimon, Daemon, which is how then, earlier in the church they used to pronounce demon, but it used to first be pronounced diamond, Daemon. And it was described as a genie, not genie asked for 3 wishes, but a genius within a person, this part of yourself that you access, where you're able to go about your life at the most efficient, proficient level and way. And that for me was having access to an entity, or having access to iNZUNZA, an embodiment basically, because that's what it's about. The relationship with the entity or with iNZUNZA is about bringing about the next level of who you are, and ultimately bringing about the next level of living for you, of life, outside of lack, outside of scrambling, outside of loneliness. I don't speak enough about what it is that attracts entities towards you, or what it is that allows iNZUNZA yako to make a comfortable home out of you. And that is, it's truth, that's honesty. I've mentioned it, I know, but I think sometimes it's a bit confusing. Like, what does she mean? What does she mean, honesty? Like, I literally mean that. And that's why I loved yesterday's Indigo reading. How I mentioned that there was so much truth, and therefore that's why it was so easy for me to be able to channel the messages from the entities that were speaking to the people that they were speaking to, because those people that message was meant for, you embody so much truth, like as much as you're capable of. And that it's not only about speaking truth, it's about being truthful, like even in your actions, in your being. And what I mean by that, it's not so much as not lying or not telling a lie. It's more about being able to be outside of conditioned responses, outside of conditioned reactions. I mentioned this before. A lot of people are not aware of how much your responses and your reactions are mechanic, and they are taught. They are reiterated through media, be it books, movies, like lyrics and music. You're told when someone does this, this is how you act. If someone does this to you, you cry. Why? Because this hurts. And a lot of people don't investigate, like, okay, this thing happened. And it's not hurt that I felt. It was just more like bewilderment and or overwhelmment. And yeah, other than that, I'm okay. You get told, no, 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 it must hurt. This person hurt you. You see, it's like I this might even sound weird what I'm saying to you. You might be like, no, Zanne, it did hurt. Like, these things do hurt. And this is wrong. Like, what if I taught you it's only wrong because you were taught that it's wrong? It only hurts because you were taught to hurt. You only cried that day when that happened because you were taught to bring up and summon that emotion when something like this happens. And that's why a lot of people are living a lie. You're not able to access the truth within you, the truth representing your core template. Other things happen that are not okay, but you're taught that it's okay when someone does this. This is fine. It's completely normal. But this thing happens and you're like, no, that's wrong. Like, that's wrong for me. It's not about wrong in terms of morality. It's wrong for me. For my blueprint, this is a hard limit. It's a no. And yet society conditioning tells you, no, this is okay, this is fine, this is okay. And you go along with what society says, even though it's chipping away at your soul. And with that kind of living, it's near impossible to attract entities because you react from a social conditioning blueprint. You are reacting from a template that is general, that is out there for the picking. It's not your original template. How can an entity connect to you when it is functioning out of pureness? Not out of any other template. It would be even impossible for you to recognize the entity because you are looking at it through filters based on the templates. So in other words, oh no, that's not human, therefore it's evil. Oh no, it's talking about sex, so it's dark and very evil. Oh no, it's talking about magic and whatever, whatever. Like, and these are the same guidelines, like for iNZUNZA. I keep mentioning a lot of you still can't yet connect with iNZUNZA because you feel it as a darkness within you, a darkness that you are so afraid of touching because you feel like it will stain you, not understanding that it would free you. You don't know how hungry you are, how much you yearn to be freed from everyday conditioning. How hungry you are to just let go. I'm gonna pull some cards so that we can now get into the general part. Like I said, all three. Actually, these cards of mine are spicy. Like, iphuma injalo indaba yakhona. Mm. You know, when you want something that you're afraid of at the same time, you guys want this, but you're also so afraid of it. You want a connection with iNzunza yako. You want to connect to, oh my. You're also so exhausted. I see now. That's the thing. You guys get it. Like, sometimes, to be honest, I get afraid that, like, maybe you don't get it. But y'all get it. It's just that also there's this inner war between the doors within you that are activated to open, like because of readings like this, and what the society conditioning has like burnt into your blueprint, like the templates that you have committed yourself to, not knowing that one day you would yearn to be free of those templates, and you're at that point, but like I think you never imagined that it would be so challenging. I think you thought it's cool. It's just like taking off, a suit and like, just like, like, no, it's like a whole process. It's a whole process. And some of you are like so stressed by it, but you get it because your original blueprint calls out to you. That void inside you, you're finally being able to put words to it. You're finally being able to hear the noises that come from that void, and you're finally understanding those noises that you're hearing. It's you. It's you screaming to you from the other side, saying, "Let me out. What are you doing? Let me out. I'm right here. Why do you keep putting on mask after mask trying to hide me? Let me out. Why are you so afraid?" You're also quite tired. And what the entity, those of you who are working with entities, what you're being promised is so, what's the word? It's so what you're being promised is tempting. I'm gonna put it that way, I guess, because, and the reason why I'm using the word tempting is because the words that are used, or the energy that is being passed on to you when this entity is speaking about like how this is going to work, it's words that the social conditioning has told you, no, 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 this is bad, you don't want this, you don't want this. Like yesterday in the, what's this in the Indigo reading, I mentioned um something about you guys being natural submissives, and how like the entities that you're working with, um I didn't say that they were dominant, but I said that you were natural submissives, which would obviously, um you would then presume all the entities are like dominant or something like that. And the word submissive, especially for women, seems to have it's a trigger, it seems. I think maybe like for instance where I'm from, like in South Africa, you maybe women here may confuse like submissive with like ubegezela or something like that. That's not what I meant. But if you're not even in South Africa, still, we're in a time and space where saying submissive is like a swear word, especially to women. Like, you do not want that. But obviously, and I need to explain this, the reason why is because within social conditioning, you've been made to be submissive to things that were not worthy of your submission. You've been made to be submissive to things that you are much bigger than. The art of being submissive comes with being submissive to something that's bigger than yourself. Submission is offered. Let's just start there. Submission is not taken. I'm not talking about what they do to horses in order to be able to ride them. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about high frequency shit. Like, submission is given. The responsibility that this entity wants to have, like the responsibility of taking care of you, the responsibility of holding you up, is exactly that. It's an offer. Your submission, whether you're a man or woman, your submission to the entity is given as a gift of trust to something that is bigger than you in concept, something more expanded than you, something that is meant to help you become the best version of yourself, to teach you, to water you, to expand you beyond the limits that you've been told that you have. Your submission is not about some kind of servitude. It's not about giving up of rights. It's not about giving up power. It's allowing to be showed your power, because you are currently in a space where your limitations, the things that you currently believe in, do not allow you to stretch through the threshold and claim that power for yourself. This entity does not require oppression over you, nor does it desire it. These entities are nourished by helping you become what is originally within your blueprint. More than you give yourself credit for right now. Yes, you're nervous. You're nervous of the transformation. You feel like you won't survive it. You feel as though this is dangerous. You feel as though this is walking on the edge. At the same time, this is obviously exciting. You're being courted, but it's like being courted by something that you describe as dangerous. At the same time, you look at the path that you've been walking up until now and you're like, for God's sake, like, fuck it though. Like, what am I doing? You've got the Five of Pentacles, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, I've been planting seeds, but like, do I not have the right water? Does my water not have the right pH? Like, what the fuck is going on? But suddenly you have this offer. You have this offer from something greater than you saying, like, boo, I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna change your life. And like, guys, again, I keep telling you, don't be scared. Light a candle. Ask your ancestors, like, yo, should I do this? Light a candle. Pray to God and be like, yo, God. Like, I mean, you're creator of everything, right? Like, you're like the all father, right? Do you know this nigga? Because he says, or this entity says, this is what it's gonna do to me. So I'm thinking, you sent this for me? Right? Like, send me a sign, God, send me a sign. Like, don't be scared. I don't know why y'all are scared. Ask whoever you need to ask. And then let's move it along. There's work to be done. There's a whole life to be left behind. And a whole nother life to walk into. Let's go. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. If you want to ask questions and stuff, you can email me. That's happening a lot these days. So in case you're one of the shy ones, you can email me. If you want to book a mentorship session, all the information is in the description box. If something I've said, you're like, Zanne, I'm not sure, email me and ask me. Okay, cool. Later. Yeah, later.